So just yesterday, I posted a video on YouTube about Mica Miller. And when I went to bed last night, I can tell you that the last thing I expected was that I was going to do another video today. When I woke up this morning, a lot of new information had come out. There's footage of her leaving her apartment. There's footage of her walking into a pawn shop to buy a gun. There's footage of her driving on the highway. There's footage of her walking into a gas station. And there's footage of her car parked at the Lumber River State Park. And then there's the 911 call.
Robeson County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hi, are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Let me see. You don't know where you're at?
In National Park.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
843-655-5242.
Where's the park located at?
In Bear Bluff.
Let's see.
I have my location on, I think, on my phone. And my phone is on. I just did my my location.
Okay, I'm showing, hold on one second. I don't think you are in Robeson County. At the Lumber River State Park?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
Okay, ma'am. Just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let me make sure I got the exact location where you're at, okay? Just 1 minute.
There's even a picture of the gun that was found in the water. I don't know why. Every bone in my body is screaming that there's something wrong here. All the evidence of a suicide is on the table. I am still not convinced that Mica she did this. Nothing about this makes any sense whatsoever. The first time I heard about Mica Miller was when I saw a lot of people with signs shouting justice for Mica. And I looked into it and saw that she was breaking free from a very horrible marriage. Her husband was abusing her, threatening her, stalking her. He tried 2 times to possibly create a car crash by putting razor blades in her tires. He even put a tracking device under her car. She got a restraining order from him and told her family, friends, and the police that she feared for her life. Why would she fear for her life if she was planning to commit suicide? She also told a family member, "If I'm found with a bullet in my head, it wasn't me, it was JP, her husband." I then went on Mica's Facebook to try and find out what kind of person she was. And the first thing I noticed is that Mica, she was very vulnerable. You could tell that she had been through a lot. But she was breaking free and she was restarting her life. She was posting pictures and videos where she was talking about domestic violence and abuse. She was trying to be an inspiration to other people that was living in the same hell that she just broke out of. She was worshiping God and Jesus, and she was so full of life. She also decided to get baptized for a second time because there was too many bad memories attached to the first baptism. She was so excited and proud, and she was so ready to restart her life and start fresh. I saw a very, very sweet, loving, caring woman. And I have no doubt in my mind that she was moving on to the next chapter in her life.
Hey everybody, I just want to let you know that I'm alive and well, and life's been kind of crazy the couple past weeks, months, years, but I've kind of had to keep my circle really small for the past couple weeks just because I'm going through a lot and it's hard and it's my cross to bear. It's the thing that God has put in my life to deal with, and I don't want to bring a lot of people into it. I'm so thankful to God for a strong family and the friends that God has put in my life to be there for me at this time. Thank you for your love and support over the last couple years, and some of you, up to 18 years walking with me as my friends. And for right now, I've just had to put everything on pause to get myself right. And I think God's happy with that. So keep praying for me. Thank you. And I love you. I'll be praying for you. God bless you. Bye.
But it also seemed like that her husband, he couldn't let her go. All of a sudden, out of the blue, on April 27th, 2024, at 11:48 a.m., Mica is seen leaving her house, looking really nice. She braided her hair, she put on her sunglasses, and she packed a small backpack. And in her hand, you can see she has her mobile phone, and it looked like she had just finished a conversation, or maybe she was texting with someone. So who was she in contact with? And then I also noticed that if you look at the footage of her when she leaves the apartment, when she walks into the pawn shop, she's wearing a different shirt and other sunglasses. It just keeps getting more and more strange. Can you see how this just doesn't make any sense? Then at 12:13 a.m., she walks into a pawn shop. She looks really happy and she's smiling while she's buying a gun. Is it possible she bought it for protection? Then at 1:27 a.m., she stops at a gas station to buy gas and water. And at 2:54 a.m., she makes a 911 call asking the 911 dispatch if she can trace her call because she's gonna kill herself and she wants her family to know where they can find her. And then she hangs up the phone and doesn't answer any of the phone calls when the dispatch try to call her back. It takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to drive from Myrtle Beach to Lumber River State Park. But between her buying the gun and calling 911, 2 hours and 45 minutes go by. So where else did she go? Who did she talk to? What was Mica doing for 1 hour and 15 minutes? Then at the parking lot at the Lumber River State Park, I see a picture of her car parked there. And I also see minimum 5 other cars. Maybe some of them belong to law enforcement, but it looks like there were other people there. A man heard crying and then a gunshot. I'm not blaming him for anything. I'm just pointing out what this guy, he explained. He said he heard crying and then he heard a gunshot and then he went there and found her bag close to the water. And I'm thinking he must have been really close to Mica to be able to hear her crying in a forest close to water. And why did she bring her bag with her to the water? Why didn't she leave it in the car? It was not like she was gonna need it. When Mica met with the officer to hand over the GPS tracking device that she had found under her car, it was said that the officer saw a white Honda Accord drive by very slowly, and Mica told the officer that that was John Miller in her car. And I'm thinking, was that a typo? Because as far as I can tell, both of their cars are black. So why does it say that he has a white car? In my opinion, she did not look like a woman that was getting ready to commit suicide. Is it possible she was smiling when she bought the gun because she bought it only for protection? And I'm also thinking that people that wants to commit suicide, they are normally very spontaneous. They don't make plans. I can't possibly be the only one that thinks that something is wrong here. Something feels really, really off.